Hello everyone, welcome back to Sterlingshire Homestead. We are attempting to give the chickens a little more room. Now that it's spring and we're not worried about the cold, we're repurposing the garden fence. We took that out, you can see, and we're reusing it. We're putting it over here and we're going to go around the Ruth Stout beds because we don't know if we're going to get to use these this year. They kind of got overgrown. And you can see the grass kind of already in them. I'm not sure that I'll get to use them this year. So what we're doing is we're going to put this fence all the way around. We'll match it up with the apple orchard to complete the circuit. And then we're going to get a light net mesh and run it from this side of the run all the way up over the top and match it up with the other side so they have one big giant spot in the center where they can go and get grass and scratch up and get bugs. So we'll give you guys a little bit more of an update as we get closer to finishing this, but it's going to take us a few, I think maybe 1 or 2 days here to finish this all out. So we'll see in a bit. Okay, we are back. This is kind of our plan. Let me show you how this new chicken area is going to go down here. So we bought 4 taller stakes and we're linking those with rope. So you have a high point, and then we're going to take the net, we'll run it over, we'll zip tie it all together, and that'll keep the net hitched on. And hopefully that rope will last us a little while, and we can always change the rope out even if it falls and if the net falls. So that'll give the chickens an entire big area here. This is probably about 400-ish square feet now, where we can have them play and use the weeds and dig up grubs and have fun. So we'll get this all squared away, and then we'll come back to you guys with how this looks when we're kind of done here. Since these are 8-foot posts in the middle, they are actually tall enough that I can stand and my head touches the top of that rope, but not much more. So that's good. So we'll get back to you in a bit.
I won't be the only one doing chicken chores.
And because I can't stand up in that one, we'll be back to you guys in a little bit when we have this a little more fleshed out here. Okay, starting to take shape here. So you can see we've got our netting over the top of these. You might be able to see it better if I get a little closer. And Maddie's kind of underneath the netting right now. So that netting goes over the top. It hooks to our wire on the outside, and because it's really light deer netting, it'll keep the hold. All we gotta do is lock it in a couple places, and the wind can blow it around for days, and because it's so light, it's not going to exert any force on any of the other parts of the coop run, and so that way it won't rip or tear. So you just got to get a lot of zip ties on this to make sure it's bonded to the wire fence. So 2 layers so far. We'll go all the way down, hook it up, and then get a lot more zip ties in it, and then we'll be done. See you in a bit. Okay, almost done. We bought our deer fence netting. It was 150 feet roll, right?
Yep.
And it's 7 feet wide. So we got, I don't know, 85% of the way done. And we had to buy 1 more sheet. And we're finishing it out with probably 2 more lengths here. But it's going really well. And then we'll open it up to the chickens. We'll open it up in this panel here in between those 2 hoops. And then we're probably going to open it up in that panel down there in between those 2 hoops. And then they'll have a couple places to enter and exit, and that way they have a nice big run. So we'll take care of this next group, and then I'll give you the full tour from the inside, I think. Well, they're going at it. We came to the realization that they may end up putting eggs out here in the middle of our Ruth Stout beds, our old ones, because there's hay out here. But our hope is that they'll still nest in their nest boxes because they're more secluded. We'll figure it out. If they lay a few eggs out here, they lay a few eggs out here. Their production in the summer is like twice what it is in the winter, so if we end up with a couple out here now and again, oh well. I don't think they will because they're going to turn it over looking for bugs. Maddie, this is like the same as when we stick hay all in their run, like in here.
That's true.
So if we stick it all in there, like they don't lay eggs in there really. They only lay eggs in their nest boxes.
They have multiple entry and exit points now.
Yep, so they can enter from that side, they can enter from this side, and now it'll be all hands on, or all chickens on pasture. That's kind of what we're looking for. So Maddie, if you could stand in the center. Oh, and this is what I was telling you guys about earlier. So we've got a box here. You can see it. And it's got netting or hardware cloth over the top. And the chickens can stand on that, but they can't peck through it to get the grass. So we'll set that in a spot that's particularly green, and it'll keep growing grass even if the chickens turn this entire section of field into dirt, which is good. I'm gonna actually move it over to the other side here. But Maddie can stand up in it without really hitting anything. That's kind of what we intended. I would probably have to duck a little bit, but that's okay.
I hope they find worms.
And hopefully all the chickens,
Crickets and stuff.
oh yeah, they'll find worms and crickets and everything. But this is how we got it set up. So it's hitched onto the pole here, and we tied all the ropes all the way down. And then basically all we did was attach the netting to the fence with zip ties to keep it from blowing away. They are just going at it. Maybe we should do a We Watch Chickens video tomorrow.
Yeah. Probably on our Facebook channel.
On our Facebook channel. You guys can
Shire Homestead.
Sterling Shire Homestead. You guys can catch us there too. So, till next time. This has been Isaac and Maddie here at the new chicken playground. Signing off. Thanks for watching. So just some bonus footage for you guys. They've pretty much torn up the whole thing already. They're all real happy. That's what happens when you give chickens 350 square feet of space instead of their normal 112. That'll be like us too when we get our house.
We'll make our own happy chicken clubs.
Yes. Well, see you next time.